What's your next goal?
Well, I'm still getting this third drive.
Drive.
I'm just collecting all the emerald now. I reckon I've probably got.
What does it do? Sorry, the drive. What does it? Just make.
It takes you. There's certain planets that you need a certain drive to get to.
Mm.
And they're different types of planets. I went to one earlier that was just like fucking dead volcanoes. There was no flat land at all. Not even like slightly flat land to.
Where are you in the space station? Are you getting unknown planet?
I've got 600 emerald now.
Desolate planet.
It's alright down here. There's not a lot going on. There's
Have you got on your spaceship yet? Starship?
No, I've just been doing this drives.
This looks like a ship. Off the system. Here you go. Where you off to? Have you got a base yet?
Remember that really bountiful planet we went to?
No.
That's the biggest one I've got. I've got the ability to get an exocraft now.
Have you got a refiner yet? Like,
no, I've just been literally thinking that right. I'll get me because the drives were sort of holding me back a little bit from just being able to freely go anywhere. But like, basically, the better the drive you get, the worlds that it opens up give you more high value everything. Like even just the little settlements you find. It's just like having access to late game items all of a sudden. Well, like you got to still harvest it all, but like that's what it feels like in PlayStation. Yeah, I love that.
What are the chances of somebody coming to this universe and the game's not looking big? Somebody random.
Well, there's loads of obviously people at the Nexus. I mean, I have seen people in my old save. I did see a few people floating around. Came in my base and just played with it. But it was really few and far between.
Okay.
That's it. That's the
deuterium, have you
drive.
got deuterium? Oh, you got your drive.
Yep.
To open something, what was it? That geodes.
Right, now I need. Oh yeah, I was going to go to the space station when I had that enough.
Space station's got a strange name. The S's are replaced with question marks. Depends what one you're going for. This one, this one I got Class C is 10 million for it.
I'm definitely going to get one based on cars. I just want a big inventory and less stuff, really.
Yeah. I just get around though. Obviously, it might take a while, like.
Maybe the fact that I'm in a more advanced
Yeah,
system.
I've never been to this sort of system before.
Go to the anomaly and just get it all. Are you in my one?
Yeah, I'm just right under your ship.
Oh right, so you're actually in an emerald.
Yeah, I've travelled through again.
Yeah, go to the space anomaly and just get those drives. It's really easy. I'll take you to a.
There's a note was a sort of playing about and stuff. It took ages to get them.
No,
Just
no,
get
no.
them, yeah, no.
Do you need? I think for the cadmium one's the first one. You need something like paraffinium, and then like 250 of it, or maybe chromatic metal, something you can get quite easily.
Yeah.
We'll have to see because now we're in a different system. I might have to go to another system for you to then leave and rejoin, to be honest.
Oh.
So that's your starship.
I'm pretty sure it works in multiplayer as well. Should wait around. If you also go to one of those things on the planet side with the landing pads at the base, and they've got ships as well you can fly.
Oh yeah.
Where's the sheet? Honestly, I mean, it could be boring, but unless none come. Wait, I thought, wait a minute, this sort of station means that it's abandoned, I remember. It's red inside.
So I'll just send in a text. What did you say?
You'll have to go to a completely different space station because this one's abandoned. That's why it's all red and no people here. I remember that's why the name of it was like Space Station Bay, was a different stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to go to the anomaly. In. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody in the anomalies players, real people. That's a cool mask. Cool head. That's pretty cool. Where do you buy the upgrades for your suit? The extra inventory thing?
Drop pods. You get these.
I mean, in the actual anomaly, I think there's a way you can buy them.
Oh, there's a place. What slots? Well, I've bought cargo slots for mine, but in terms of like, yeah, so but it's money basically. But it's actually in the space station. It's on the side where there's all the tech people. You go up to this like hologram of a starship, and then it just gives you the opportunity to buy loads of cargo slots. Or, sorry, did you say suit or like?
Well, anything really. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can.
Go to a space station.
No, space station. I have to get upstairs. Oh, upstairs.
I don't know what the idiom planets were, right?
I've got a super jump upgrade on my suit. It's amazing. It's really forward. Totally super jump.
I'm going to this other star system, walking.
If there's a space station there that's active, let me know and I'll come and join it. Just look at the ships. There. What's this? Look at me. Compare C-class.
I'm gonna have that that picture that you sent me, you hiding in the bush. I'm gonna have that in the background on my documentary.
Hayden. Totally posing.
Yeah.
Hayden. I swear to God, that picture was completely accidental as well, and it looks fucking amazing. It's a total headshot. Fucking side picture. Funniest picture ever. Like.
Yeah, I'm in an Indian place. This place has got fucking Iranian Indian.
You get the space station.
I haven't found one. I literally haven't turned around yet.
I'm coming. Join your game again anyway. Oh, you cut my back. Oh man. Good to be falling into space.
Why can't I see a space station?
No, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that.
Aggressive sentinels. Oh, why is there not a space station here?
What you might be better doing is going to a teleporter in the anomaly and just go to a different space station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My game is glitching.
Is there one in the anomaly?
Yeah. Yeah, in the anomaly there's a big one.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh man, my save fucked up.
Suit power cells depleted.
Please don't say this is broken. Please don't say it's broken. Oh man, I've got some bad news, like.
Yeah?
It keeps reloading my save, but it's totally fucked. What's going on, man?
What are you?
I'm floating about in space.
Just reloaded it.
I'm trying.
I mean, they've done their best to try and iron out any sort of game-breaking things, you know. And that reminds me, can I? Is there a second slot I can save on?
Sure, I've never really looked into it. Yeah, something's right here. Like, I keep falling through the floor of the anomaly and dying. If I die, will I respawn?
Probably.
Oh man. This is fucking shite.
Suit power cells depleted.
If you go to options, there's reload autosave, reload restore point.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Both of them are corrupted. But I am back in the game now. I lost most of my stuff.
No, that's good. That's good. You can't have...
Yeah.
No, you know, when you were saying that, I was just starting to think like, well, how much do I bother? Alright, I'm at teleport.
I'll send you a video of what's going on. I'm gonna actually you teleport and I'll join your game. But what I'm gonna do is land on a planet. So I'm a wee bit dubious of that save thing though. I might copy this save before I forget. Especially to put like crazy numbers in there.
Yeah, exactly. You stop people playing together, you just got fucking.
I was loading the game, it was just dropping through the normal code and it's dying.
I thought there was a couple that had broken my game, and then you said something, and I was like, oh yeah, shit. They seem to be on that if you can, but the forest ones were annoying. There's quite a few people who join, like 50% of people probably, maybe 40% that sort of join the game, and then they falling through the floor of the.
It's
Yeah.
it's not really built to be a game. It's kind of super indie.
No, fair enough. You're all right with it with the forest, just about because of what you've got for so little.
I love the forest. Honestly, I swear to God, it's one of my favourite games ever. Even though the plot and that's a bit.
We should actually make a thing about doing a stream, me and you.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Me and you just chatting in our own devices. If I know that it's going to be recording, I'll make sure. I know I never say anything too bad, but I'm just never sure, do you know what I mean? Because I don't think about what I'm saying, so I'll just forget what I might have said. And, you know, I am trying to. I don't want someone to fucking. I want to get somewhere with a comedy and then someone's trying to fucking YouTube video.
I'll cancel you if you become famous. I'll cancel you. Sell you to the Sun and the Daily Record. I mean, they obviously won't give a fuck. Seems like the Guardian was independent. You on a space station yet?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna leave this
Couple of
down
iPhones.
again.
Oh, it's an A class.
Really? That's good.
Yeah, do you know what? I might just take that. Fuck it.
Oh, you sure? The first one you see?
No, it's the second one, but yeah.
The second one you see, that's alright then. What's it like? What does it look like?
Class. Yeah, it looks really good. It's got really high stats. You know, obviously only bettered by the S class anyway.
You get ships that look like squids, by the way. They're quite good. I mean, I don't like how they look. I've scanned them and stuff. They look really good. What's this?
Yeah, that was a good touch.
Technology recharge.
The first one I checked out was C class, but in that one, so I'd like to get an S as well.
Why is that space station corrupt as well? Where are you? I can't even see you.
There's a B here. That S had really high stats, so that's class.
I'll need to get out of here like normally. I'm gonna go to the teleport.
Where my other starships? I mean, it's here, but oh yeah, there we go.
Have you sold it or you kept it?
Well, it said primary starship switch, so yeah, I kept it because I hadn't yet taken off everything.
Yeah. You can actually sell it and later on you just need to use that as your starship and then
Well, this is it. I'm just going to transport all the technology in then.
I kind of like my ship. I really like it. But I've got so much money. I want to get another one. I did see one, but I died. New Scotland. Somebody's made a base called New Scotland. And the name is Linders Farm, which is a Scottish band. Linders Farm. Check it out. What's your space station called that you're in?
I can't see it right now. I'm just in the screen.
Try this, see if it works. Is that going to kill me? Is that what it's this one?
Well, I can take this technology off, but I've got to have. Oh, actually, I can repair that. Yeah, I was about to say I've got to repair this stuff first.
I'll go to an older one. Let's see what it is. Tracking system. If you had to make Samaritan 2, what would the plot be? If me and you were told to write it, what would we do?
I mean, my favourite line in the whole film was the bit where he leans into him at the end, puts his hand on his shoulder and just goes, "Just remember, there's good and bad in everyone."
When did he say that?
That's right at the end.
No.
The proper corny fucking...
Oh, right, aye, yeah. Jeez. You know what you could do for us? This sounds fucking stupid, right? But you could say that he was actually lying. He's actually Samaritan all along. He was like, I was only joking. Almost like that, but... I mean, it's obviously confusing, but it's not exactly a fucking incredible plot, the first one.
The old man dies, like he gets ill and the kid dies, and obviously the kid being the kid cares for him in his final days. He's got no one else. And eventually, as he dies, because the legend goes that whoever's in the presence of the Samaritan's power as he passes, their being goes in and takes over the next person. Like simply, the kid becomes Samaritan, or is he Nemesis? Bum bum bum.
That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah.
Did you notice the guy with the beard and that had total super strength? When he was not just with the hammer, but when he was wearing the mask. He was like super strong.
A bit more, yeah, more than he should have been.
Didn't really explain that. Like, was the actual mask make you powerful? I didn't even understand it. Well, that was much data, right? I'm gonna get a slot here. So. I've watched quite a few Sylvester Stallone films recently. Like that. I watched Rocky 1 to 4, Copland.
Oh, I find on this shit.
It's good shit. Fighter ship, C-class. Looks like a Star Wars type ship.
This one looks just like what I thought, so sure. Are you with me?
No, I couldn't get to your system, I don't know what was going on. Well, I'm in your game, but I couldn't find you.
That's a C-class as well.
Oh yeah, that's just it then. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I've tried banging this shit. Right.
So you essentially just keep changing space stations and upgrading your suit constantly? You could have.
Well, you don't. You upgrade the suit.
I mean the inventory slots.
Well, I've nearly got maximum. Cargo on my ship, I've got nearly maximum anyway. It gets to like, it goes up by 1 million each time. That's how I spunk loads of money.
Oh right, yeah, there's money.
So by the time I'm doing like the 10th one, it's 20 million, 21 million, 22 million, 23 million, and I've got them all up to like 22 million. So yeah, the last 4 or 5 cost me 100 million.
Sell some stuff. Navigation data, would you ever use that? Or shall I just sell it?
Navigation data. Well, basically where you get the extra slots for the exosuit is you deploy some navigation data and it scans the planet and shows you the nearest drop pod, and you go there and you repair it, and then it just gives you an extra inventory slot. So if you do that 20 times, you get maximum. So they've done it.
What about salvage data? Would you like that? What's that used for again? Construction blueprints. Keep that. Salvage data. I'm gonna keep that.
Well, salvage data is what you. So the skill tree with all the. That's really important. That stuff basically.
Yeah, for the upgrades.
But it's what you. It's what you need for the drives as well. Oh no, that's nanites actually. Sorry, nanites. You just need like a couple hundred nanites for each purchase for that. But if you ever short, I learned this. If you ever short a nanites, you just go to your log in the pause menu and upload them to
upgrade stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you just upload them to the archive, and then it just gives you loads of bonus. Just if you haven't done it in ages, you know.
Can you do it for everything automatically?
No, I think you can't set it to auto. No.
I mean, instead of me going to upload them all, I just upload. How do you do that again? Oh yeah, I get you. Let's see. Upload that. Upload this. Upload done. Right, I'm going to come and join your game. Okay. I'm going to keep this ship, like, I really like it. I do need to fix the solar cells, fortunately, still.
Starship switched. Right, so now I've got all my technology in.
Cut to one select. Yes. No, wait. Oops. Do you think 50 Cent likes Tazos, kind of fake punks?
Yeah, I do.
Collects them. Sells them Tazos every now and then. What are you about?
I don't actually know this is coming.
I can't find you. Google it. I'm gonna go back to base.
Zezius Station Alpha.
And then join your game. Well, I am in your game, it says me next to it, but I can't
Right, this will be built on Caddy and basically.
I'm gonna go back to the original base, and to the moon. That's where I've got my base set up. I'm gonna fix this drive. Solar panels. Get away, you get the fucking way, get away!
Everything about this, it's probably got about 75% of the maximum damage that you can dish out. Whereas my last one was on about 20%. I've got an S-class fucking photon cannon as well.
Wiping them out rapid.
Yeah, fairly. Some of them are still pretty a bit challenging.
Yeah, Gene, that's what it's called. That's you, Grace. Grace is here. I want to make a medium refiner. Grace, how did I get that? Medium refiner.
Struggling to land.
I remember now, what I need to do is make a wee one. Fuel is condensed carbon.
Technology recharge.
And I want to make 3. 2.
It's not landing on the starship.
Where are you? What you doing?
I'm just trying to land on it.
Planet.
Just trying to land, yeah, it's just not landing. Let's reload fucking. I had a load of tablets, right, left over from the chicken shop. There's loads there when I got there, and etc. etc.
Oh shit.
And so I thought I'd put them online, marketplace, nothing. Fine, it's just one of mine. It's not really in demand, so I ended up I thought I don't take them to the king of GSM places. He said, they'd always take something for it, but then they didn't. He wasn't really up for it. And then I'll back up actually. Yeah, basically, long story short, I found myself just sort of walking up and down St James's Street like a fucking right dodgy cunt. Just going, does anyone want to buy any tablets? Hasn't got a charger, like literally the bloke, because they're all like the same.
Definitely.
Quite a lot of them. Like when I took him into the GSM place, he's like, what truck did you use these ones to back off, mate? And I was just like, no, I had a business and we were clearing it out. There was loads of them in there, just from the previous owner, and you know, I'm just happen to have loads. It's just around there as well. Like you will get loads of people that are nicking stuff. But fuck it. They've literally got a I've never seen this before in a venue. It says it's like this is a massive highlighted sign saying it's like, this is Sussex Police. This camera here has got a microphone on it and visual and audio, and it is remotely connected to the police that are watching 24/7. Like, all right. It's a proper fucking shitty GSM phone place, like with an internet cafe out the back. It's proper crap.
My mum used to do mystery shopping type thing. Well, it wasn't like mystery shopping. She would get sent products like to try out, like free products, like, and it was Tic Tac chewing gum was one of them. The Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
They were doing chewing gum. It was like they were trying to do it, and they sent her a tub, right, that said in handwritten pen, Tic Tac chewing gum on the label. And I brought it in with me to work. And I was trying to get the folk, and folk were like, I'm not fucking having that. I swear to God, it's from my mum. And he was like, total fucking date rape pills. I was like, I swear to God, it's just a fucking.
It just looks really dodgy, yeah.
It looked total shit. Why didn't they just fucking put some sort of label on it? Just like handwritten with pen, eh? So funny.
I have my big, like, French coat type, like, leather jacket on thing on as well, and I'm just walking around with literally them under my thing.
Definitely
And,
no look, you want that.
I went up to the Polish guy that they repair stuff and they were sharp, and I was walking back down, went past the hardware store. I know the guy, and I was like, "Do you buy electronics at all?" And he was like, "Nah, sorry." And I was like, "Oh well, I've got loads of these tablets, and I'm just trying to get rid of them because I've got loads for free." And he's like, "Let me have a look." And basically, I was just like, because I even said to the GSM guy, I was like, "Not even like 5 for 20 quid." He's like, "Nah, mate, like we don't have any demand for it. They'll just sit here for years, gathering dust. Like no one wants it." Well, he said to me, he's like, there's a buyer for everything, but there's not in this kind of shop. Like, you know, I might be able to get £10 each for them individually, like online, because they're just not in demand. But someone might think, oh, fuck it. Actually, when I saw one of my mates who's also a customer of mine, I had loads on me that I'd already been. And I walked to another tech place, and I met him. I was just like, do you want a tablet? for your kids, because he's got like a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. He was just like, looked a bit funny. He was like, yeah. Like, all right. There you go, mate. I'd rather his kids fucking. You know, I've done that a few times with like I've sold a couple of games on Marketplace, and I had like, you know, those shit games for PS4 that are like 99p Battleborn and stuff like that. That you just find a bargain. I had a couple of them that I'd never played, and I was just like, where I knew they were just like a family from Whitehawk. I was just like, and it was for children. I was like, oh, do you want this as well? Christmas time, so you know, these and whatnot. So I'll happily throw it in. But yeah, the guy in the hardware store, the Arabic guy, ended up taking it. He's like, oh, it's not for me. He was just like, what, 4 for 20 quid? I changed it. I was like, just thinking, fuck it. I could spend ages trying to get a tenner from each on like Facebook. Or I could just get 20 quid now before I've still got a couple left over. So I did, I managed to get 20 quid. Day one to Paul, I've got one left still. Around here you would just get loads of that sort of thing. It's just... well, it does happen, it's happened to me plenty of times. I've been having a fag outside the pub and get some cheese and excuse me, fellas, do you want to buy some aftershave or whiskey? And Brian loves it, like, even though Brian's quite straight-laced and, you know, right side of the law, he'll happily buy a litre of whiskey off of someone for a tenner. He said he had one of them come up once and he was just like, he gave it to him and he was like, mate, I can't walk home with this without a bag with security taxed it on. He's like, oh, don't worry about that, give it here, just sort of did something, just thanks God. And like knife sets and stuff, I've had them before where, because you know, chef's knives can be really expensive.
Oh yeah.
I've just had them come up to me going, oh fellas, all these knives, like £300 worth of knives, 60 quid. No thanks, and then eventually he just quite quickly just goes, a tenner. It's not for tempting, but the fact that it is a blade makes me just go, no.
I mean, chef's knives actually last forever if you take care of them.
Well, I mean, there's a finite amount of metal can be ground down. But, it'd be like a fucking CD or Blu-ray. It's just like it would take some level of using So, chefs only really need one knife. They all just have a preferred knife.
Yeah.
For certain specific things, they've got another one. But you know, how good can a serrated bread knife get? It's sawing anyway. That's the sort of knife it doesn't have to be. You get particular fish knives, oyster knives. They're fucking very specific. But like you can do a lot of it with most knives, sort of thing, and that's just a bit overhyped. Like you see all these bar spoons and stuff like bartenders. So frankly, I barely ever use one. Honestly, like professional bartender. Like it's that you know that flat bit on the end, the twist bit. It's got a flat bit to layer stuff. What you're meant to do is like a proper cocktail bar spoon. It's long and twisty, and then it's got the flat disc on the end. What you're meant to do is drop that into a shot glass to layer stuff. But I just tilt the glass. I'm actually the fastest bartender I've ever seen, and anyone's ever seen that I know, at layering shots. Everyone else hates it, but I've just got a technique where I just bash them out really fucking quick. Because it's really hard to speed that drink up. It's precise.
How do lattes layer themselves so well? Trying to make a latte from a tall, long glass, like get the coffee at the top and then the milk at the bottom. How does it work?
Basically,
like
every liquid's got something called specific density, or like something density is a unit of measurement. And there is actually a graph for it. I've only seen one when I was a young bartender. It wasn't even a graph, but like when I was a young bartender, I thought, oh yeah, one day I'm going to have a bar so good, the training is so good, you need to include an actual chart. You know, certain things just float, certain things just sink. It's the way it is. Yeah. That's why some drinks and there's a reason for shaking, there's stirring, that sort of thing, the way something's together, and the way things like when you shake something, for example, it oxidizes. Makes it more sort of crystally, and yeah, just like it brings all the air out of it. But like with layering, latte specifically, it's just a case of one's heavier than the other, so it'll sink to the bottom. That's straightforward. It's like Baileys. If you try and layer something on top of Baileys, it'll mish together.
Yeah, wouldn't they all
like
mix together?
Slushy drinks. Bartenders hate doing that shit.
Get how James Bond, the first shaken not stirred. What makes it like how would he tell if James Bond came up to me and asked for a shaken not stirred drink and I actually didn't shake it? You think he would go, I fucking know you've not done that.
Shaken would be slightly cloudy.
Alright.
Good, to be clear.
What is my ship doing, man? Come on, what do you fucking mean? Landed about half a mile away from my base. Yeah, so it'd be cloudy.
Slightly where it's oxidised. Where are martinis?
Yeah,
neat spirit. Like, you're not really like a martini. The drink in itself is just about the spirit, because it's just spirit. It's not trying to be like you're not trying to douse what that is. You're literally just trying to chill it and water it down ever so slightly. Whereas something with like what I was making you and Pete, like daiquiris, the rum and the lime, the sugar. You're trying to chill that down as fast as possible, whereas there's a specific amount you want to stir. Like some bartenders will try and say things like, oh, you want to stir it 28 times, fast. You don't want to over dilute it. There was actually, I remember the trainer of London Cocktail Club, top mixologist. He said one time, it's the best martini he's ever had in his life, dirty martini, got a little bit of olive brine in it. He went to this pub of all places in like Chelsea, and it was advertising, gin martinis. Gin martini, please. It's really unusual to have something served at a pub just because of the distance of it and stuff. It's just weird. And he said he got this vase out of a freezer. There's got this goop in it, and he got out a pre-chilled frozen martini glass from Couplet, put it on the bar, and then just poured 100 millilitres of this goop into a jigger and then into the thing, and it was just sitting there like goop. And he said to the bartender, he's like, with all respect, what the fuck is that? But trust me, I know what you're thinking. When that thaws out in about 20 seconds, that's going to be the best martini you've ever had in your life. He was like, and it was. Because it's already, they haven't diluted it with the stirring process, but what they've done is they just added water. So they just put water, a vermouth, and gin together at a particular ratio that you would have achieved by diluting it with stirring.
Right.
And then put it in a vase, like made it on mass, made it on batch, put it in a vase and frozen it. And spirits over a certain ABV won't freeze like at frozen at 0 degrees. Or even at like -4. It's got to be like minus fucking 30 or something to get a vodka to actually freeze into ice. Yeah, that's the story of martini.
Yeah. I'm not a big martini guy, like, I think kind of weird tasting chemical.
No, what it is it's stiff
What
spirit.
actually is it? What was it, sorry?
Well, a classic martini is gin and vermouth. That's it, like white vermouth.
Is that what it is? Two different things? Vermouth, what's vermouth made from?
So vermouth is basically fortified wine. It's a type of wine. It's made by the same process, but it's fortified. Did I say fortified wine?
Fortified, yeah.
I think it is though. I think that's the term. It's in the It's in the wine family. It's made the same grapes. You know, literally the same method. I don't know what the actual technical difference is. To be honest, I was never a wine or even real spirits expert, but I know quite a bit about spirits. I'm not a spirits expert. It's literally just a spirit and the tiniest bit of vermouth, and we're talking like a dry martini. Basically, you say things like, when someone orders a martini, you go, how wet would you like it, or how dry would you like it? If they say, oh, wet as hell, it's like quite a bit of vermouth. They say, just classic, please. You just want a bit of vermouth. If they say dry or very dry, there's jokes. Some people use like a perfume vial to spray the glass, like instead of actually adding the vermouth to it, they just have vermouth in a perfume sprayer, like a mistifier, and they just rinse the inside of the glass with it. So it's essentially like you might have people putting 1 or 2 millilitres of vermouth in there. Honestly, and if you want it really, if someone says, "Oh, super dry, but a little bit dirty," that means a tiny bit of olive dry. There's just loads of you. It's one of them. There's a few cocktails: Manhattan, Old Fashioned, Martini. You've got to ask some follow-up questions when someone orders at the bartender. It's standard. You can't just. To be honest, if at Roadhouse, it's not really known for it's not like a proper classic cocktail bar. Someone came to me on a Saturday night and said, "I'd like a gin martini, please." Yeah, no worries. Medium. They're not expected. A vodka martini specifically, you got to specifically ask for vodka if you want a vodka martini. Whereas if it's a classic martini, it's gin. And a Manhattan's effectively the same principles, but it's whiskey. And the vermouth you use is like a ratio of, if you want a sweet Manhattan, you just use a bit of sweet vermouth. If you want a dry Manhattan, you use a bit of dry vermouth. If you want a perfect Manhattan, you get a sweet and dry. And Canadian version of a Manhattan is with a bar spoon of cherry brine, like maraschino cherry brine, syrup, that sort of thing. Rob Roy is the exact same drink and concept, but with Scotch whisky. So it's just a bit more sort of peaty. Whereas a Manhattan, the original Manhattan was made for Winston Churchill's mum in Manhattan.
Really?
In like the 40s, yeah. That was literally a moment where they were visiting. Winston Churchill had his mum there, and they just came up with, she told her what she liked. I came up with it on the spot, and then it's just been a classic since.
How do you get an extra slots in your ship again?
Space station.
Space station, not
Go
the
up, go up
anomaly.
the stairs opposite the side with the Galactic Trade Terminal. And right round the corner at the back, there's like a hologram of a ship in red. You go up to that panel and start using it.
Did you get it in the space anomaly? You think? Not sure.
Huh? No, it's not the anomaly, it's space
No,
station.
you got a space station. Go there after.
Yeah, I basically learnt as much about cocktails as what affected the drink on enough of a level to. It was always taught when my first proper cocktail bar I worked in. One of the first sort of milestones that you wanted to aim for was to know a bit of spiel about all the stuff in the speed bar that we pour, plus 2 from each category, like 2 vodka, 2 gin, 2 rum, etc. from the back bar. So if anyone says, "Can you recommend a rum?" you basically can get as far along the conversation as this one or this one. By that point, they're going to pick one of them two, or the one you've already said the speed rail. But kind of like a way of basically they'll assume they'll assume you just pick those at random, but you get a 50 runs behind you. You only know about two.
Yeah.
Chatted to a lot of the old team lately, actually. Roadhouse. It's very much one of them places where it was quite a lot of people where it meant the world to them. Their whole life was geared towards working there, and it was their dream. It's like people compare it to playing for England. I think. You just can't work anywhere better. People always struggle to what to do afterwards.
Yeah.
Like when you work there with somebody, you just always know that you just shared that with them, that you shared the roadhouse with this person. Everyone's struggling with what to do, to be honest. It's quite, not worrying, but it's like something I didn't see coming. It's not just me. They're all suffering from withdrawal. Because at one time you were the man, and suddenly that's just taken away from you. Do you know what I mean? It's like the whole coming away from football kind of thing, I imagine.
Yeah, happy to retire. Came up would be great as a comedy club with really good cocktails. Every comedy club I've been to, it's they have cocktails, but they're not like fucking amazing. It's like it's not like sorry, good starship. It's not like proper purchase storage. 11,000 units for another fucking thing. 11 million. Sorry, not 1,000. Fuck. Aye, it's not like you're getting properly high class cocktails. It's like cheeky Vimto, 10 quid.
No, that's it.
Wow.
What it is with that sort of problem is staffing it. You can only really set if you set a menu at too high a standard, the person that's in charge has always got to be equal to the person that wrote it. So even for example, when I write menus for people these days, when I wrote it for my own bar, it's the best fucking drinks I could come up with at the time, because I was always going to be there. These days, I'll make it simple for people because I've got to hand it over to other people that can do it. Otherwise, you're just the people that own comedy clubs don't work there, basically. Or if they do, they're the general manager or something like that, or they're floated about. They're not bartenders, so you kind of just got to. It's just quite hard to pull off. Like, it's doable, but because I've thought about it, I'd like to do that one day. I want to get an esports bar that's also got nice comedy facilities.
How do you get an extra slot in your technology bit in the ship?
In the ship?
Yeah, I don't know.
The ship is changing ships.
Is that like you can't upgrade the ship? Like you can't add slots to it? Technology slot.
Well, yeah, you just upgrade the ship.
They don't let me hang it though. They wouldn't let me do it.
As in, just get a physically better ship. They just can't with presets.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep the same ship, which is the problem. Can't
I'm
to.
not 100% sure then.
Sucks. I'm gonna put some socks on. Put cold.
Is now up from 90.
What do you like better? Slim Shady LP or Get Rich or Die Trying? It's a better album.
So again,
Which I think's, well, not the better album, but what album do you like better? Slim Shady LP or Get Rich or Die Trying?
well, I wasn't a big fan of it at that time anyway.
You know?
Loved it. 50 was the beginning at the end.
He was one of the few that I enjoyed. Idiotic, second, the gangster rap. What do you think of the sort of odd Eminem era of like encore, relapse and recovery? I didn't even like Eminem show very much, right? I knew what people did.
There's quite a few that weren't all that, like in the chunk. I mean, they talk about, you know, the old Slim Shady stuff like that. But with his haters these days say, you know, he's not the same, he can't do it. He is doing it sober now. There was actually, I think it was Pete I was telling this to, there was, you know, Paul Rosenberg, his manager, he's on a couple of the skits. I watched an interview with him, and there was when he came out of rehab, literally like 6 months where he couldn't rap anymore. He was sober. And obviously going for medication and stuff. They were genuinely just like, shit. Fuck, what then I can't do it. Like, properly can't do it. Obviously he could write rhymes and rhyme. But he was not that shadow of his former self.
What's doing that?
Yeah. But the illness came back. I mean, he's always writing about periods of his life. So, by the very nature of it, when he's 49, he's not the same man as when he was 26. And yeah, sometimes it's a lot more funny and interesting, funny especially, was one of them staples, to rap about when he was in his 20s. Much more funny. If you rap about being rich and successful, it sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, that whole chunk in the middle. It's like now he's trying to come back and prove that he's still got his crown. Now he's branching out into, like, you know, that Godzilla's got the world record for the most fastest rap.
Yeah.
And I played it to Pete, and even he was just like, fuck, you know, what the fuck?
Really?
He's so intelligent. I saw a rap that someone was just breaking it down the other day. It was like, it would take 40 men for me to suffer a defeat. But the way he rapped it, it sounded like 80 feet instead of 80 feet.
Yeah, I think I might have known that one, the Genius.com website, really good.
At the start of rap, I mean, rap must be in my jeans. I've got a laptop in my back pocket.
It's very clever.
Mind blown.
Did you get a piece of lights and books? Then MF Doom had something stacked notebooks.
But yeah, it's his hobby, isn't it? Really.
Loads of notebooks running about.
I do kind of wonder, like, how he broke the conversation with his daughter. When you do listen to our songs, you might hear me mention your mum. She seems like a decent lady, really nice. I think that's like made a bit of. I've actually seen her rap, it's really good. Now, from what I can understand, she just fashions and does like makeup stuff on Instagram.
Does she look like Eminem or Kim?
A bit, yeah. She's both. But obviously she's used the fact that it's easy for her because she's Eminem's daughter. She got the lucky man. But she's not a tart. The fashion she models is like